Jai Shri Gurudev. Our next EGDL lecture video is to solve the problem on solids. Problem number 16 is a square pyramid 35 mm sides of base and 65 mm axis length rest on HP on one of its edges of the base which is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Draw the projections of the pyramid when the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. Now read the problem once or twice, then write the given data. Now what type of solid is given? Is a square pyramid. What is a pyramid? Pyramid having only a base and apex at the top, and join the line from apex to the base corners. We will get a triangular faces. See that this is a pyramid, right? It is having base and apex, no top face here. There's a difference between prism and pyramid. Pyramid having only one base, only one faces, that is bottom face, that is base. Now what shape it is? The base is a square shape it is, that's why called as a square pyramid. Now how do you get the join this from the apex to the corner of the base? What type of you get is you get a triangular faces, right? 1 minute. Now you can see that isosceles triangular faces OBC, right? Then slant edges OC, right? The corner of the base is ABCD. The base center is O1. This apex you call as O. Then if you join the line or edges formed from the apex to the corner of the base, we'll get what faces will get? Isosceles triangular faces, that is OAB, OBC, OCD, ODA, right? Those are isosceles triangular faces. And slant edges are OA, OB, OC, OD. Those are slant edges, right? This is what we call as square pyramid. Now before going to solve the problem, first we know the difference between pyramid and prism, right? Now see, this is what is a prism. What type of prism here? What shape it is? Base and top is square. So this is called the square prism, right? It has both a base and the top face. Then how they join to the base corners and top face corners are with the help of a rectangular face that's joined. That is called as a square prism. This is a square prism. Now what is this one is called as a square prism because this is what is the base shape of the base is a square, right? This is apex O, right? Now how do you join that? The apex and the corner of the base will form a rectangular triangular isosceles triangular face. This is called as a pyramid, right? That is the difference between the prism and the pyramid, right? Now these are the isosceles rectangular faces. These are called as slant edges, right? These are slant edges. These are rectangular face edges, right? That is the difference between the square prism and a square pyramid. Similarly for pentagonal prism or pentagonal pyramid, hexagonal prism and hexagonal pyramid, right? Okay, now we will move on to the problem. As you know that the type of solid is given square pyramid, right? The square pyramid, right? This is a type of solid. 35 mm sides of base. What is the sides of base? 35 mm. This side is how much? 35 mm, right? Yes. What is the sides of base is given here? 35 mm. And the next, and 65 mm axis length. What is the axis given? 65 mm. From bottom face corner to the apex, how much it is? 65 mm, right? Next, the 65 mm axis length rest on HP on one of its edges of the base. See what is the resting condition here? Rest on HP means we start the problem on HP. on one of its edges of base, means is a resting condition. Which condition? Edge condition. Okay, rest of HP on one of its edges of base. Edges of base which is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Now the resting edge is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Now this is the third position actually it is. And draw the projection of the pyramid when the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. Now the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. This is second position, right? The type of solid is square pyramid. The sides of base is how much? 35 mm. Axis length is how much? 65 mm. What is the resting condition? Rest on HP on one of its edges of base, right? Next, resting edge is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. Now we will see that concept, then we will move on to that problem. Now as you know that this is a horizontal plane. On the horizontal plane, vertical top will come, on vertical plane the front will come. Now what type of solid it is? It is a square pyramid, right? What is the size of the square pyramid is? What is the size of square pyramid is? AB is equal to BC, BC is equal to CD, CD is equal to AD. That is how much here? 35 mm. And what is the axis length is given? From center of the base to the apex, 65 mm, right? What is the resting condition? Rest on HP. Now that makes solids rest on HP on one of its edges of base. To consider the edge, always take the resting edge on right side, right? Yeah, is resting on one of its edges on is rest on HP on one of its edges of the base. Now if we place like this, right? Now if we view from the top view, what we can see here? What you can see here? You can see the base corners A, B, C and D, and also you can see the apex, right? Now you can see the square shape, and also you can see the apex O. Then join from apex to the each corner of the base. That is what you call slant edge. Also you can see that from the center of the polygon, so center of the base to the apex, what we join the slant edge also visible, right? This is the top view, right? Then if you view from the front view, what shape you can see here? You can see only a what shape you can see here? You can see only a isosceles, a triangular shape, that is O, B and C, right? In the front view. This is the first position. Rest on HP on one of its edge of base, right? That is the first condition. What is second condition is given? Second condition, this is now the second condition. Actually this is the second condition. The axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. Whatever the dimensions given with respect to HP, that I want to show in VP, right? But here the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. What is the axis here? O and O1 is the axis. Now this axis is in second position. Now the axis is inclined to HP at how much? 45 degree. Now this is second position, a front view, and you can see in the top view also. Second position, front view and top view. Next, what is third condition? The resting edge. What is the resting edge? Is CD, right? Is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Now here resting edge CD is how much? It is 90 degree to the VP. Now we will make it rotate like this, 30 degree to VP, right? That here showing HP. Now the third position, top view. Then this is third position, front view, right? This is the concept of the problem. Now how to draw that in the plane sheet? First you draw a XY line, the horizontal line. The horizontal line we call as XY line. Above XY line is VP, below XY line is HP, right? Now where you want to start the problem? We know the condition is rest on HP on one of its edges of base. We start the problem on HP, right? We start the problem on HP on what condition? Edge condition. Always take resting edge or resting edge or corner on the right side, right? The resting edge on the right side. Now if you view from the top view, now what shape it is? Square pyramid. You draw a square shape. I know how to draw the square shape, right? Having 35 mm sides. A, name it as the bottom face corners as A, B, C, D. On top of X we can see O, right? O1 is sorry, O1 is invisible, just we kept in bracket. Now see that from the O apex to the each corner of the base you draw a line. These are called slant edge. The slant edge is also visible, that you can see in the concept, right? Now this is the first position, top view, right? Now you know how to construct the square, the shape of the geometry, and how to know the center of the geometry, right? Yes or no? We're constructing, take a line, vertical line 35 mm, then measure 90 degree from each one, then along that also 35 and 35, then join this, you'll get a square shape. Then how do you get the center? Just join the diagonal corners, draw a line of the diagonal corner, the intersection will get the center of the base and also apex, right? Now first position, top view over, right? Next, if you project this is the observer. If you project all the corners vertically upward, now first you transfer all the base corner vertically upward. The base corner is placed over where? On the XY line, right? On the XY line. This from observer is here, B dash is visible, A corner is invisible, that way kept in bracket. C dash is visible, D dash is invisible, that we kept in bracket. O dash, okay, that is also actually in bracket. Okay, now we'll take it outside the bracket, no problem. Then once you get the base corner projected, next what about on the axis? Along the center of the base, draw a line, vertical line. How much is axis length is given? 65 mm. On the center of the base, draw a vertical line. How much length it is? 65 mm. Then mark it as O dash. From the O dash, join the corner of the base. These are called what? Slant edges. This is O1 dash is axis, OB dash, OC dash, and OD dash, OA dash are the slant edges. Now this is what? First position, front view over. What is the second condition is given? The first condition over, right? Resting on HP on one of its edges of base. Next, the axis is inclined to HP at 45 degree. Whatever the dimension given with respect to HP that I want to show in VP, right? Yes. Now directly we can't draw this axis 45 degree line. What we will do? We will go for base angle. Theta is equal to, this is a right angle triangle. 90 degree minus 45 degree, you will get 45 degree. Now base angle, base how much tilt here? Theta, 90 minus 45 degree. This is 90 degree. This is axis is inclined 45 degree. 90 minus 45 will get, right? Now take the point on the XY line, that is resting edge CD. Resting edge is CD. Take the point, on the point draw a line, theta degree line. How much it is? 45 degree. On the 45 degree line, theta line, just replace C dash or O1 dash to the compass. C dash center, draw an arc on the 45 degree line. You will get O1 dash. Then C dash B dash is center. C dash B dash, draw an arc on the 45 degree line. You will get B dash of A dash, right? Now after along that, from the base corner O dash, from this point through the protractor, draw a 90 degree line. From this corner through a protractor kept here, center of the protractor here, draw a, and mark the 90 degree. Here draw 90 degree. Along the 90 degree line, how much angle, how much length it is? 65 mm. You mark it. Then join O dash, B dash, and O dash, C dash. Now we'll just rotate this, the square pyramid, on how much angle? 45 degree. Now that completes second position, front view, right? Second position, front view. Now this is the observer viewing above the object. Now draw all the vertical projector from the each corner. Now A dash, now A horizontal projector, the intersection point is A. B dash vertical projector, B horizontal projector. Similarly C dash, D dash, C and D. Next O1 dash, O1, O dash, O. Now apply the, once you mark the corners A, B, C, D and O, O1. What is the visible and invisible rules, lines, visible and invisible lines rules? First join all the outlines A, B, B, C, C, O slant edge, O, D slant edge, D, A the edge of the base, right? First join outlines of the solid. Now when we observer here, viewing that observer, now C dash, D dash is far away from the observer. The corners C and D are far away from the observer. The edge which is forming from the far away from the observer is also invisible edge. That's why we draw the CD is an invisible line. This is a dashed thick line, right? Now the observer here, now A corner A and B are near to the observer, that is visible. O also near to the observer, that is visible, right? A, B corners are visible. O also visible, right? The edge which is forming from the slant edge AO and PO, those are also visible. These corners are visible. The edge which is formed from those corners are visible. That's why AO is continuous thick line, PO also continuous thick line. That completes second position, top view. What is the next condition? The resting edge inclined to VP at how much? 30 degree. Now which method here is a normal or direct method? Why it is normal and direct method? See that from the first position top view also, what is the resting edge? CD is 35 mm. In second position top view also, resting edge CD is 35 mm. Is there any changes in the dimension? No. That's why it's called as it is a normal or direct method. What is the conditions given? Resting edge inclined to VP at 30 degree. Whatever the dimensions given to VP, that I want to show in HP, right? Now draw a line which is parallel to XY line. Draw a horizontal line which is parallel to XY line. From that horizontal line, draw a 30 degree line. This is what 30 degree line, right? On the 30 degree line, what is the resting edge is CD, right? Just CD, place the CD on the 30 degree line. There is how much CD? It is 35 mm, right? Now how do you mark the remaining point A, B and O? Just rotate the solid, keep that solid on the 30 degree, the edge CD which is kept on 30 degree, right? Okay, from the point C, right? Now how do you get point A and B? Two methods are there. Already we know the C and D. Take C, A is the radius, that is equal to DB. Take C, A is equal to DB, that radius, through compass. Now from the point C, draw an arc. From the point A, draw an arc here. Next, CB, that is equal to DA. Then CB, draw an arc from the center C, draw an arc. From the D also draw an arc. The intersection point will get A and B, right? Then after that, now we'll get AB. Then how do you get point? How do you get O1? Just you join this diagonal D, B, D and AC. If you join this diagonal, we'll get the O1. This is one method. Or else take C O1 is equal to D O1 compass to the radius. Then draw from the C, draw an arc. From the C, draw an arc. From the D also draw an arc. That intersection point will get O1. That is also another method, right? Next, how to get point O? As you know, that CO is a radius, that is equal to DO. Now take the compass, the radius CO and DO in the second position, top view. Then in third position, top view, that is CO, draw an arc. From there, that is equal to DO, draw one more arc. The intersection point will get O. Now we'll get point O, right? Then join O to C, then O to D. Have you know, just replace this one on the 30 degree. Then DO, DA, AB, B, C and CD are the invisible line. There is a dashed line. Then O1 is the axis line. That completes third position, top view, right? Now how to get third position front view? Now observer is here. Now project all the corners vertically upward. Then in second position, front view, draw projection, horizontal projection from the all the corners and apex. Now here see the A vertical projection, A dash horizontal projection. The intersection point is A dash. Similarly, B vertical projector, B dash horizontal projector. Right here it is B dash. Now C vertical projector, C dash horizontal projector. On the XY line you get C dash. D vertical projector, D dash horizontal projector. On the XY line you get D dash. Then O1 dash. Similarly, O vertical projector, O dash horizontal projector. Again apply the rules of visible and invisible. What are our outlines are? Outer edges are visible. Outlines are visible. Start from XY line. D dash, C dash, then C dash, O dash, A dash, slant edges, A dash, D dash is a base edges. Now all outlines are visible. That is a continuous thick line. Now see the observer is here. Which is the corner near to the observer? B is the corner near to the observer. Now the corner B is visible. Thus the B dash is visible. The edge which is forming from that corner, the edge also visible. That is B dash, A dash is visible. B dash, C dash is visible. B dash, O dash also visible. That is a form continuous thick line. What about the D corner which is far away from the observer? Right? O dash is also far away from the observer. These two corners far away from the observer. The edge which is forming those corners also invisible edges. There is a dashed thick line. See that O dash and D dash is a dashed thick line. Then as you know that axis line O dash and O1 dash is the axis line. This is the third position front view. Right? This is a problem 16. How to solve this? If you have any doubt, please contact me. As my level best, I try to clear your doubts. Thank you for watching this video.